Hey everybody, welcome back to my channel. So we are rolling with the Valentine's Day series for 2022 and we are making some delicious cheesy pasta baked bread bowls. This is really simple to make and it was super delicious, so we're going to hop right into the video. So first I'm going to start off boiling my noodles. I'm using rotini noodles. I added in 2 cups to my boiling water and I added a pinch of salt in, and I'm just going to let my noodles cook until they are al dente, which took about 7 minutes. Then moving on to my meat, I have my stove on a medium-high heat and I put in 1 tablespoon of grapeseed oil and I added in a half a cup of diced onions, 1/3 cup of diced green peppers, and then I minced up 3 garlic cloves. And I'm just gonna saute my vegetables for about 3 minutes, and then I'm gonna add in 1 pound of ground beef. Guys, you can use whatever type of meat you want. You can use ground turkey, ground chicken, sausage. You can mix meat. It's your preference, but I'm just sticking with ground beef. I let that brown and then I strained it, and then I'm going to add in my seasonings. I like to add in some oregano, some Italian seasoning, some black pepper, a splash of salt, some garlic powder, some onion powder. Any type of seasonings that you want to use, guys, you can use. And if you want it spicy, I did add in a splash of cayenne pepper because I just wanted a little oomph to it. But I'm just going to let that mix around, and then I'm going to add in my sauce. I like to use the prego traditional sauce, but you can use whatever type of sauce you like, ragu, whatever sauce you like. And I added in 1.5 jars of the prego sauce. And then I'm going to mix that all around, and then I'm going to add in 1 whole can of diced tomatoes. If you're not a tomato person and you don't like a lot of tomatoes in your meat, you don't have to. You can add in half a can, however many tomatoes you want. I like tomatoes in mine, so that's why I like to add the whole can. But I'm just going to let that simmer now. I'm going to cut my stove to a low heat, and I'm going to add in, as you saw, a pinch of sugar, and then I'm going to let that simmer on a low heat, and then I'm going to work on my bread bowls, which is really fun and really simple to do. So here I have some sourdough bread that I got from my local grocery store, and I'm just going to cut the middle part out. I'm going to kind of cut it into a square, as you can see, and then it's going to be easy for you to just pop out the top. Now, when it comes to the bread that's on the inside, if you want to keep the bread, you can push the bread down to make room for the pasta, or you can take the bread out. I kind of did both. I took some of the bread out, and then some of it I kind of smashed down because I wanted to make, a lot of room for the pasta, because this essentially is what's going to hold the pasta. So you want to make sure you have enough room to hold, a lot of pasta in it. And so I'm just going to smash my bread down. As you can see, it's going to look something like this once you finish. And then I have some garlic and herb butter that I melted, and I'm just going to drizzle it all inside, all around. I sprinkled my bread bowls with some salt and some pepper, and then I was extra when I thought, let me add some Parmesan cheese to it. I have my oven preheated to 425 degrees, and I'm going to pop these bad boys into my oven for about 7 minutes, or until your bread bowls become brown. Now, while our bread bowls are in our oven baking, we want to check on our meat. Now, this is what your meat should look like. It's nice and it's just smelling wonderful. As you can see, I don't even know what to say. But I added in a scoop of ricotta cheese. If you don't like ricotta or ricotta, however you want to say it, you don't have to add it, but I just think it just adds something, like it just adds extra flavor to the sauce. But you just want to make sure you get the ricotta cheese all nicely incorporated in your sauce, no lumps. And then I'm going to put my lid back on top and let it simmer for an additional 15 minutes. And then at this point, your noodles should be done, so you should be able to just add your noodles to it. And then I took a little bit of that pasta water and I added it to my sauce, and I'm just gonna cut my stove off at this point. I'm gonna mix it all around. Your bread bowl should be done and taken out. Oh my God, y'all, look, this is how your pasta should be looking. Make sure you taste it and see if you need to add anything else to it. I decided to add some mozzarella and some provolone cheese because I wanted it to be cheesy all throughout the bread bowls. Okay, so I just added in some cheese, and I went in for the taste test. Maybe like 4 or 5 times because it just tastes so good. And at this point, again, our bread bowl should be done, and we should be ready to assemble them. Y'all, this was like my 5th time. This was like maybe my 10th time tasting it. And I just added in a little more seasonings and mixed it around. And again, at this point, I took my bread bowls out because they were done. I just was having fun mixing around, tasting it. It was just so good and so flavorful. But we are just going to load our bread bowls up. This is how they should look when they come out the oven. And as you can see, I have a lot of room in my bread roll, so I'm going to put a lot of pasta in it. And you can also layer it. You can put some pasta in, add some cheese, put some more pasta in, add some more cheese. But I just decided to put the cheese on top since I already incorporated the cheese when I put it in the pot. And then I'm going to take some more of that butter, that garlic and herb butter, and drizzle it all around. And then I added some more prego sauce on top. Once I put all the pasta in, I added some prego sauce on top. Then I added some fresh mozzarella and some provolone cheese to it. And I'm going to place it back into my preheated 425-degree oven and just let that cook until the cheese is melted, or however long you want to. I did it until my cheese was melted and it came out looking something like this. Absolutely delicious. Home run. Valentine's Day over. I'm trying to tell y'all this is a wonderful meal. So easy, and it elevates, instead of you just doing it and putting it in a bowl, you have a whole garlic bread bowl. Like you can eat. Me and my fiance was eating the bread at the same time as oh my God, I can't even explain it. It was so delicious, guys. You have to try it. But that's pretty much it, guys. Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe. Make sure you guys are washing your hands, and I will see you guys at my next video.